Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for tuning in. This is an extremely important segment, and I'm just going to state something very clearly. Well, first off, to my super chat, thank you so very much for tuning in. You give me every incentive to rock these live streams. I'm trying to do at least one a day. I am going to ask the Democratic Party something. I hope you're listening, Democrats. Okay? I'm going to ask you something very simple. Please go ahead and just simply do the following. And I'm speaking as I'm a Trump supporter. I'm voting for President Trump in 2020. So it might seem counterintuitive, but hear me out. To every Democrat out there, well, first of all, Clinton is running, so we know that. We already know that. And I predicted that since 2017. It's happening. It's a nightmare that people are just going to have to deal with. We'll get to that later like we always do. But I'm going to ask every Democrat in Congress, simply impeach President Trump so he could yet again be victorious on that. He's not going to comply. This is the equivalent of, this is so embarrassing for Democrats. I don't even know what the equivalent would be. What I don't know how a metaphor to use for this, but it's almost like, somebody saying, "Okay, I'm leaving," and they're not leaving, the room. White House says it will not cooperate with Trump impeachment inquiry. It's an impeachment inquiry to prolong the drama as long as possible. But the problem is, they have already stated, Gabbers! OMG, finally catch a live chat. Go HRC. Yes. Gabbers, I hope all is well. Thank you as always, Gabbers. I'll finally get to it. 2 minutes in. Just impeach President Trump. And I say this as a Trump supporter. You have the House. Democrats in the House already failed to pass a Medicare for All bill. They don't have a Medicare for All bill. They don't have an abolish ICE bill. There's no Green New Deal legislation. There's no student loan legislation. Or is there? There might be. I don't think there is. Where's the legislation, this grandiose, all-encompassing progressive and liberal agenda that they were so proud of? And it's like, I think Medicare for All is a noble thing. It's not feasible. A lot of these ideas are noble in their intent, but they're not feasible. But even, let's say, for example, I'm wrong and they are feasible. Well, then why aren't Democrats simply doing what they've promised? Which we'll get to the Matrix, and if you watch H.A. Goodman's other channel, a great metaphor for the Democratic Party and everyone who cannot stand Trump voting for Clinton, knowing very well they're going to lose again, is the Matrix. But check out H.A. Goodman's other channel for that one. The White House will not comply. William Barr will not comply. People are not showing up even if Congress demands that they show up or provide documents. It's been 2 to 3 years of an investigation essentially purchased by Trump's direct political rival in Clinton. The Steele dossier was purchased by Clinton. A CrowdStrike was outsourced by Democrats. Clapper, Brennan, Strzok, McCabe, they're all, either all of them or most of them are on MSNBC, CNN. Brennan is a contributor. Clapper is a contributor on cable news. And just do it already. You've stated he worked with Russia. Adam Schiff said he had evidence. Just do it already. Do it already. What are you waiting for? You know Clinton is going to run, like I said. You know there's no free will in the Democratic Party. You're just going to vote again and lose again. And in doing so, you'll prove everything that I've ever said right. You'll vindicate everything that I've said. But you'll also the Democratic Party is not a political party. It's a political machine. Okay, that's why you have the two people who wrote complaints against President Trump, one of whom has ties to a Democratic presidential candidate. So enough with the theatrics and the dramatic, they're trying to build up this drama, impeachment inquiry. Trump does not really care. It's kind of like today when he was like, oh yeah, Clinton should run. And then she says, well, don't tempt me. Well, no. The temptation has been there. There is no temptation. It's the desire. And there's no need for temptation. We know from Donna Brazil that there's an agreement. The DNC has an agreement with Hillary Clinton. We already know this. This is not news. We already know this. So just go ahead and do it. What are you waiting for? Exactly, Eric H526. Exactly. This is a political machine that is run by two people. Yeah, it's my extension. I just want to thank you so much for focusing on yet again my extension. Since the 90s, my extension's been leading the way. They keep on, if you type in Trump's name on Google, there's always impeachment inquiry update. There should be no update. The House Democrats in Congress, media, Hollywood, everyone from Madam Cyberhack to Robert De Niro to everyone has been saying that Trump is a despot. He's ripped apart the Constitution. He's committed crimes. He worked with Russia. He asked Russia for help. Now he's asking the Ukraine. Oh my God, his taxes. Oh my God, Stormy. Oh my God, every single thing he does. His resorts. You name it, they've accused Trump of doing it. They don't have any evidence, but it's always pursued in the media with a fervor, never seen with Clinton. They find nothing. And then they said, well, he obstructed justice. Well, then what's the problem? What more, this is the thing. They're not only are they not serious about their policy ideas. Not only are they not serious about their policy ideas, but they're not serious about everything they've accused Trump of doing. All the laws they say that he violated. All the protocol and the legal statutes and the controversies. They're obviously bluffing. They're not serious. This whole thing I've stated from the Steele dossier. From the Steele dossier to impeachment inquiry and everything in between. And you had wonderful, amazing people like Avenatti and Brennan and Stormy and Michael Cohen and James Comey and Andrew McCabe. All of these great people. People you really would want to trust. They're really great. They all were there for one reason, whether they knew it or not, to pave the way for a political paradigm and a political machine that's run by two people. In 2008, Democrats had what Republicans have, okay? Democrats and Republicans used to be both political parties, okay? The Republicans did not want President Trump. They did not want President Trump. He won. They wanted Jeb Bush. They wanted Marco Rubio. They wanted Ted Cruz. They wanted Kasich. Many wanted Kasich. They did not want Trump. They got Trump because he was there. There's still a system of meritocracy within the Republican Party. He won the primaries, and he was able to. He wasn't the establishment. In fact, he revolutionized or upended or completely shattered the paradigm of Republican politics. Republican politics will never, ever be the same. Mittens wants, a return to glory. He ain't going to get it. Mittens Romney thinks he's going to save the Republicans from big bad orange monster. That ain't going to happen. President Trump did to the Republican Party what Bernie Sanders should have done to the Democratic Party. Now, I will say this. I know people have disagreed with me. If the Democratic Party at that moment in time, now we know that, God bless him. I'm not going to say too many things that I'm feeling, but I want him to be safe and healthy. Dances reluctantly. Hello. Hello. Hope all is well. Now, I'm not gonna do my Bernie imitation because I want him to be healthy, and I know he's going through some issues now. But had he, he pushed and furthered basically what amounts to a myth. Doug 6F610 Doug. Thank you, Doug. Thank you very much. As always, hope your evening is going well, and thank you so much. Doug, F610, Gabbers, thank you. Doug, thank you very, very much. Thank you. If the Democratic Party had rallied around Bernie Sanders, if the DNC did not cheat Bernie Sanders, if that took place, ladies and gentlemen, if that took place, I do believe that Bernie Sanders would have become president. I do think that he would have defeated Trump only because there are states that will not vote for Clinton. There are states that will not vote for Democrats, an establishment Democrat. They will not vote for the Trans-Pacific Partnership. They will not vote for a president who doesn't address the trade imbalance with China. They will not vote for a president who is into military interventions. In that moment in time, Bernie Sanders could have won. But see, the thing is, they didn't let that happen. So, thank God Trump won. Because if Bernie Sanders was president, I don't think this country, seeing how he reacted to losing, I don't think he would have made a very good president. I think that he would have been steamrolled by the establishment and especially by the intelligence community. Britton Johnson! H, a long time, my friend. Glad to be back on your channel. Continue. Thanks for all you do. When does Tulsi become a conservative libertarian? Britton Johnson! Tulsi Gabbard is great. It's just that she's part of the Democratic Party, and that's just at least Britton Johnson. Thank you, Doug F610. Thank you again. Britton Johnson. Tulsi is in a very difficult situation because she has integrity. She's not going to play the Democratic game, but also the tough thing is that, for example, she started off saying, well, I don't want to impeach Trump, but now I support impeachment. So it's tough with, I like her foreign policy, and I like many aspects about her, but the Democrats have a way of just, if they don't cheat you, then they just find a way to kind of influence you to support certain, bizarre objectives like impeaching Trump, which this segment is about. Go ahead and impeach Trump. He doesn't care. He does not care. And then, Trump plays the media. Suddenly you have all these articles. President Trump might resign. President Trump might resign before getting impeached. He doesn't want to get impeached. He doesn't want to get impeached. His ego. Oh, it would burst his giant, enormous ego. It would burst his ego like, you'd pop a tire in a car. Oh my God, he would be so depressed. President Trump would rather resign than go through the shame and embarrassment of getting impeached. Well, they don't have anything to impeach him on. Everything they have stated is nonsense. That's why when you get into it, that's why I say do not debate anyone who has derangement issues regarding President Trump. Do not ever, 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 ever debate anyone who has irrational viewpoints about President Trump. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. Because if they were accurate, he would have already been impeached. Chag Sameach, Sinye, Talupin. Thank you. Luke St. Martin, hello. Don't ever debate anyone because at the end of the day, Trump is a horrible menace, a sinister, insidious force, an orange vacuum of negative energy. And yet, they can't find anything to impeach him on. They have to have an impeachment inquiry just to prolong the public relations spin, to just pave the way for Clinton. When she said today, oh, well, don't tempt me to run. You know, you give me some temptation to run, I'm going to do it. Do it because we know you are. Something tells me that Biden and Warren weren't really going to win. Gee, I wonder why. They had such strong campaigns. And poor Bernie, God bless him. Even before, the issues now, they already cheated him. This is like going to a baseball game where the umpires were paid off and the same umpires are on the field. How does that happen? This is like going to a baseball game where the umpires in Game 7 of the World Series called every strike a ball and every ball a strike and called people out even though they were safe by 5 feet and called home runs that cleared the foul balls, and did everything possible to just, undermine the integrity of the game. And these are the same umpires back for the next World Series. Does that make any sense at all? Polite fan! H.A. Goodman, how about H.A. Best Man? Haha, polite fan, thank you. Thank you, polite fan. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Derp, derp, derp. Don't bang your head against brick walls. Don't debate hard heads. Exactly. Exactly. Because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Polite fan, thank you. Derp, thank you. James Whalen! What's up, brother? I have become so incensed by the hypocrisy and ridiculousness of the media and the You are the man. James Whalen. James, let me tell you. ML Friedis, thank you. James, you need to enjoy it. I have, reprogrammed my orange beanie to try to enjoy this, the absurd nature of all of this. This is the Democratic Party, they're the ones living a Kafkaesque novel, okay? They're the ones living this matrix. They're the ones who've had to create their own reality, James. So, the hypocrisy now shouldn't be, honestly, what I've done, when I hear about the Ukraine conversation and impeachment inquiry, it doesn't faze me anymore. It used to. When I heard the Mueller probe did affect me because I was like, this is wrong in every sense of the word. Wrong, absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. But everything that everything Democrats touch, they're like the anti-Midas. Everything they touch turns to what you would see in an average street in Los Angeles. On the ground. I don't think I need to say any more. James, thank you. Doug F610, thank you. It's just, the interesting thing is, ladies and gentlemen, that when you look at Democrats and media, they have to create an alternate reality because they cannot live. They cannot admit that there's record low unemployment. They cannot admit that Trump did not work with Russia. And by the way, Clinton is still like, it's kind of hilarious because she's actually repeating the nonsense as if it happened. She's repeating the nonsense as if it happened. Silent momentum, hello. They want to impeach Trump, so do it. I mean, Democrats are like, that guy at the bar. Let me at him. Let me at him. You're lucky, man. You're lucky. You're lucky I didn't. Oh, if I wasn't held back. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're real tough. Wow. What we're going to do, Trump? We're going to inquire about impeaching you. Oh, you're going to inquire. You mean 3 years of blaming Trump for the end of the universe wasn't enough? They're going to inquire now. Oh, so scary. So frightening. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He's torn up the Constitution. Wow. Wow. Britton Johnson. I really like Nate Diaz. I like both Nick and Nate Diaz. I think they're great. I think they're awesome. I really, really do. I've always liked them. I think Nate Diaz, actually. Although Masvidal is awesome. He's awesome. It's going to be really, really, really good. Really, really good fight. Really good fight. I'll go with Nate Diaz. I don't know. Either one could win, but I'll go with Nate Diaz. But it's kind of hilarious too because every single day you type in Trump and it's like impeachment inquiry latest. CBS News has like a running ticker. Now it's like unpaid bills pile up in Trump rallies. It's like they're really scraping the bottom of the barrel like every single day. Did you hear what he said in a conversation with the Zelensky of the Ukraine? It was a conversation. Oh my God. What? Okay, he had a conversation. He was trying to investigate his political opponent. Well, that's what you did, said Trump. I mean, it's like every bad thing that he's accused of doing just happens to be tied and correlated with learning about their bad thing. It's just always like, how dare Trump find out how horrible we are? You can't find out how horrible we are. And it's like, now we're finding out that John Durham is expanding his investigation. William Barr is expanding the Clinton email investigation to 130 people who are up the creek without a paddle. And the river is, the waters are going into, what was it? Like raging waters mode. There's 130 people who now will be accused of mishandling classified documents, ladies and gentlemen. To the almost 400 people, there are 130 individuals that William Barr is looking at. Oh, little Stevie 4172. I just bought like 30 different NFL beanies. They were on sale. It was like an amazing sale. Like unbelievable. The place was going out of business, and I got so. I'm not really a Broncos fan, but I just like the beanie. I was wearing a Celtics beanie the other day, and somebody was like, "Go Celtics!" I had to explain the same thing, and he laughed because I just, the beanies were on sale, and I was like, "Oh my god!" To keep my head warm. But there's 130 people that don't have James Comey to say, well, no reasonable prosecutor would look into them. Somehow they were able to transfer. Rehoboth Farm, I agree with you. Somehow they were able to transfer or email. How do you email? This isn't like a squirrel, jet skiing or surfing the waves, water skiing, like those old internet, videos. How do you you're not just emailing like some cat video. How do you email the Secretary of State that was running servers outside of the United States government if she has a .com, and you are emailing information from secure networks. You are emailing information from computer networks that cannot be penetrated by anyone, even within the U.S. government. Let's say you worked at the Treasury Department or the anywhere. You couldn't email, or your email address could not accept the classified intelligence that these 130 people sent to Clinton. So how was she able to do it? Obviously, Brian Pagliano knows. Obviously, a whole bunch of people in her campaign know. And obviously, William Barr and John Durham, and definitely Mike Pompeo knows. Definitely. I looked at this when Mike Pompeo became Secretary of State. I saw it a mile away because I said, there's no way he's not going to find out exactly how Clinton managed to set up her servers. And the way Clinton set up her servers was inherently, it wasn't just essentially, it was inherently a criminal act. And President Obama knew, so that was a lie. They're like, oh, Trump lies so much. No, he maybe crowd size or things that are not important. They're so petulant. They're like, oh, he said this, and you know what? If you really look at the semantics, it doesn't mean that. But with Clinton, it's with Democrats, they're like, well, we talked about golf, Brexit, and grandchildren. Really? That's why you met Bill Clinton? There's no transcript of the discussion? Really? That's interesting. How does that work? Exactly. Servers in the bathroom. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's the biggest cybersecurity catastrophe of all time. And that actually harms national security. That actually is a national security issue. And if the Russians hacked the DNC, the goal would be then to embarrass the Democratic Party. How? Because the DNC email showed that Bernie Sanders was being cheated. But the campaign emails would have told them, because there's an email from Cheryl Mills that Clinton was never using a state.gov. She's the only Secretary of State never to use a state.gov. So it's like, it's just really interesting how they, with this like sleight of hand, Tony, hello. This whole thing is like, Democrats, well, especially Clinton, she's like the Harry Houdini of political controversy. Somehow, well, I mean, it's not going to always be this way. This is awesome. Somehow, you either have a Comey, or you have a Donna Brazile, or I should say Debbie Wasserman Schultz. You have an Andrew McCabe. You have a Peter Strzok. I mean, how is it? This is so interesting, too, because John Durham's main goal is trying to find intent and motive. But you already have Peter Strzok, who said, we will stop Trump. And then, like, you know, the Republicans, like the establishment Republicans are like, you're not saying that there was surveillance, are you? It's like, yes. Yeah, we're saying that. Yeah. And it's like, everybody knows that Trump was, like, the surveillance was, you know, completely unlawful, based on gossip and hearsay and nonsense. If the tables were turned, they would never allow for this. Ever. It's so easily debunked. But let's see here. Trump is hilarious. Trump is really hilarious. Because, wow, breaking. Whistleblower's professional tie to 2020 Democratic candidate, Washington Examiner, Byron York, in other words, was working with someone who was potentially running against me. Why hasn't this reported by the ICIG? Love it. Then they're looking into Bob Mueller was pursuing the FBI director job, so now they're looking into Bob Mueller. Because they're saying, well, you know what? He did look into a position to DOJ probing potentially serious allegations against Robert Mueller. So he should never ever have taken the special counsel position. That should never have happened. Mueller was not only conflicted, he was the FBI. They're like, well, he's a Republican, so it's all good. It's like, no, that's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. There are never Trumpers, and they're actually this pretty much Democrats. And he didn't even know who Glenn Simpson and Fusion GPS were. So it's really, really interesting how all of this is so easily It's really, really interesting how all of this is easily debunked. Like, all you had to do is simply look at if the tables were turned. Would they allow a dossier about Clinton enjoying bodily fluids raining down upon the golden muumuu. Enjoy the visual before you go to bed. Yes. An added bonus of listening to my live stream. Then, of course, like, everyone on social media is talking about it. Everyone. Every single person. And I had to hear months and months and months and months of, dude, she's not running. She is not running. Dude, honestly, there's not a shred of evidence. There's not a shred of evidence. There's not one iota. There's not one iota shred of evidence that she's running. She stated she wasn't running. I'm reading the comments like, what's wrong with the beanie? Honestly, it's an orange nice beanie. Okay, I am not on Twitter. Please tell everyone this. Please, these are parody accounts. The people, sometimes I just look at my name is being mentioned every day on Twitter, which is hilarious because I am the only person who brought it up, which is, great thing, But they're like, sometimes they link the parody accounts. Like, I don't know who these people are. They're just pretending to be me, which is bizarre because nobody really knows who I am. I'm not but there's these parody accounts. I am not on Twitter or Facebook. Now everyone's writing this. Everyone's writing about Clinton running again. She's going to lose again, by the way. But this is, I explain how, if you're a fan of The Matrix, I explain how Democrats live in basically their own liberal computer program. Big Chris! The band Booze and Glory. Okay, I'm going to look that up. The song, B00D from a Stone. Oh, Blood from a Stone. The minute, 149 on the machine. Okay. You know what? I'm going to write that again. I believe you sent me this. Thank you, Big Chris. I'm going to actually send myself that again because I love that. I have to look that in. I have to look that up. Okay. I do have to look that up. Thank you, Big Chris. Thank you, Big Chris. Thank you. Thank you, Big Chris. It'll be really hilarious to see, like, how Democrats spin. Like, I love, there's a lot of, great people who are progressive. I don't want to diss anybody, that I'm talking only about the people who have dissed me. The people who, like, over the years didn't like me for whatever reason, who were like, Medicare for all, man. I can't wait till, certain pundits on the left who said vote for Clinton in swing states and vote for Clinton. Anyone who said vote for Clinton in 2015 that tried to disrespect me, Kyle H., thank you. Anyone who tried to disrespect me, I can't wait for them to say vote for Clinton again. Because you know what? If you state, there's a 98% chance that if you stated vote for Clinton in 2016, that you'll say vote for Clinton in 2020. And there's a 90% chance that when she runs again in 2024, that they'll say vote for Clinton in 2024. And there's like a 75% chance that in 2028, and then, the likelihood of them continuing to say vote for Clinton will go down by 10 percentage points every year, every 4 years that she runs. So by 2068, maybe 20% of Democrats will be like, vote for Clinton. So You know. Democrats fall in line. Everyone else has free will. You know, you don't want a good economy, do you? You don't want a 3.5% unemployment. Oh my God. Imagine living life where you had no free will. Martin Ellen, thank you. Thank you for watching from England. Thank you. Imagine if you had no free will. And imagine if you were forced to vote for somebody, to support somebody that you knew was absolutely horrendous. See, I'm voting for President Trump because I like Trump. I like what he's doing. Little Stevie, 4172, a prediction, will they impeach? Trump said, I am not, this is not a firm, I am saying that I believe that they will eventually impeach President Trump on something. And it'll coincide with, just happen to coincide with, Clinton just winning the nomination. They'll probably wait to impeach Trump a week before the election. And then Clinton will be like, you see, he's impeached. Huh? I mean, really? You might not like me, but come on. I mean, really. You know? It's like your husband when it was impeached. Golden Moo. You want to know why? Let's not get into that. I don't know why I was impeached. We were talking about intercontinental ballistic missiles, and I was just using an anatomical prop, and things went out of control, and I was just trying to teach people about the importance of missile defense. Yes. The Cold War had just been over, and there was a lot of geopolitical considerations. A lot of geopolitics going on. So, it's like, oh, the Harry Carey voice? And then that was the bill. How could she run? But she's a criminal. How could she run as a criminal? How could she run for Pelican Bay? But she said she wouldn't run. It's like, well, she also said she survived Bosnian sniper fire. Like, what do you know? You know, it's like the sheer horror of it was hilarious to me, because I remember doing the segments and I'm like, okay, we're gonna give. She's not running. Okay, stop saying it. Stop talking about it. Stop. And I'd be like, oh yeah, she is. Why? What's the problem? Why are you so frightened and petrified? Even like liberal pundits who like said vote for Clinton, and if you don't, you're like the most horrendous person. They're like, she's not running, okay? She's so in Trump's head. She's so in Trump's head. That's what they were. That's what they were. That's what they were saying. What are they saying now? They're like, don't tempt me, okay? Just do your job. Clap back. Oh, she clapped back. Yeah. Hello. We need you. We need you. We're stuck with Biden. He fought cornflakes. That's all he's done. And Cocoa Puffs. And Frankenberry. And then we have Warren, who is a fantastic friend to Biden. Oh, my God. Warren was a fan. Michael Lee, yes, I'm going to get one. I need to get a Hillary 2020 beanie. Well, the interesting thing about Clinton 2020 is that their whole thing is going to be like, well, Trump won, and everyone was making fun of him, so you watch out, because the Clinton Express is coming to town. And see, the thing is, there are enough people who have such pure contempt, unbridled contempt for Trump. Unbridled contempt that when the Golden Moo runs again, they'll be like, you know what? You can decide not to vote, okay? You can decide not to vote for Madam Cyberhack, all right? But just understand you are enabling the Orange Menace. And if you enable the Orange Menace, you're just as bad as him. And you're just as bad as H.A. Goodman. And you're just as bad as Trump supporters. Okay? You're just as bad as them. And you know what? No, I'm deleting your number from my phone. Don't ever call me again. Don't talk to me. That's what's going to happen. Like, oh, no, fine, I'll vote for her, fine. I'll vote for her, fine. And then they'll lose again. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Then who knows what's going to... The meltdown they're going to have. And this is when... The meltdown they have, ladies and gentlemen, they will actually implode like a celestial, like... It'll be like a cosmic event. They'll actually implode. And they won't know what to... The Democratic Party as we know it will be, the Democratic Party as we know it will not be, it won't be around. It'll be obliterated. Everything that you and I have stated about Madam Cyberhack will be vindicated. Can you imagine election night 2020? A rematch. I mean, this is basically Democrats, Clinton, on the 1-yard line with 3 seconds left. Down by 4. They're on the 1. It's 4th and goal. Who are you going to hand it to? You got Pelosi and Madam Cyberhack in the backfield. Who are you going to hand it to? Huh? And Schumer gives the ball to Madam Cyberhack. Stuffed at the 1 by Trump! Oh my God! Stuffed at the 1! You have like Romney who like keeps on trying to get offsides to mess up the team. And it's like, you're on the 1, buddy. They can't go any. It's pretty much, fine at the 1-inch line. Whatever. Romney, get off the field. Get off the field, Romney. Get off the field. Give it to Nadler. Nadler blocks. Trying to break the hole for the Golden Moo Moo. Oh, stuffed by Trump Jr. Oh my God. Can you imagine 2 elections in a row? It'll be amazing. And already, like you got to understand, no. Clinton is going to run again in 2024. No. Tell everyone that Clinton's running again in 2024. So, J.O., what was that message? Tell me she will finally go into the abyss after she loses. No. 2020 is just a warm-up for 2024. I think even Clinton knows she probably won't win. But that's why people are like, she's not going to win. I'm like, yeah, so what? Why would she run if she's not going to win? Because she doesn't care. Is that too difficult to understand? The Democrats will not allow that. The Democrats don't exist. They're an extension of Bubba Bill. That's right. There is no Democratic Party. What? You mean that there's no, what? What do you mean by that? Well, there's no Democratic Party. It's a political machine run by two people, and there's corrupt intelligence chiefs, and there's media. They're all corrupt. What's the problem? What's the problem? You know, the golden moo-moo, Madam Cyberhack, is going to run in 2024. God bless her. You know, why not? It's all good. Bucolic Buffalo! Clinton could take the campaign travels. Bucolic Buffalo! Thank you. I wish only health and happiness for Clinton. Only the best. God bless her. Actually, Hillary Clinton is very important to me because her running again proves everything that I've ever said. So, actually, Clinton controlling the Democratic Party vindicates and validates my philosophy and everything I've written. You know, spies like us. Thank you. Hope all is well. Thank you. Bucolic Buffalo. I mean, Clinton 2024. I need to get a sticker that says Clinton 2024 because Trump's going to win again. So, mainly because of the economy. If the economy wasn't good, that's a different story. All right? All right? If the economy wasn't good, that's a different story. Eric H526, thank you. The economy has to, if the economy wasn't good, then yeah, Clinton could win. All right? But the economy is good, so, you know. But you gotta understand, like, I find this so fascinating, which is why I always talk about it every second. Why is she running again? Because she only lost by 70,000 votes. And they keep on saying, well, she won the popular vote. Yeah, so. But you got to understand also that, have you ever had 60 plus million people vote for you for something? Especially the presidency of the United States of America. 60 plus million people. 60 million people. Forget about it being for the presidency. 60 million plus people. And in Clinton's case, almost 65, and Trump almost 63, right? 60 plus million people. Went and said, I want you for whatever it is. So that's got to do something to your ego there. You know? That's got to do something to your ego. Rehoboth Farm definitely will. But I mean, he's not complying with. He's just simply not complying with the impeachment inquiry, and it's like, just impeach already. Like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? They're like, we're going to impeach you. We're going to look into it. Where is an inquiry? Oh, wow, so scary. Oh, my God. You are? Oh, my God. Big Cruz! Blood from a Stone is a working class song. Lyrics are great. Their politics might be screwed. Have you seen HB's Soft Gentleman No, I have to check him out. Big Chris, thank you. I have to check him out. I will. I have to. I definitely have to. Thank you. I'm going to check out that band and that song. Thank you very much, Big Chris. Thank you. Thank you. If you look on, let's see, it's now, the people are saying Putin is scared Hillary Clinton will get into the race. Why? Because he wants more uranium? Why would he be scared? It's like, why would he be scared? She wanted a no-fly zone above Damascus. You're not talking about Einstein here. It's I'm trying to look at like all of these, like, you know, they really want Madam Cyberhack, and nobody wants Madam Cyberhack more than I do to run. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless to my super chat. Thank you so very, very much. People, you are all wonderful. Have a fantastic evening. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to my super chat. To the moderators, thank you. And have just a great, great evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.